Hey, it's Liz from Thrice, and it is Web3 Wednesday. And this week we're going to talk about token gating. It's a term that's being discussed quite a bit these days. And essentially, what it is digital keys to a community or a club or a program. Now, this is a way you can open a lot of virtual doors. It could be for tickets or coupons, a communication channel like Discord, where you have to connect your wallet, prove that you've got a token in there, and then they allow you into the discussion. It can also be used for in real life events or even airdrops, which means they see that you have a token of a certain kind in your wallet, and therefore they drop another token in there. Now, a couple of places that token gating is used that you may have heard of is Gary Vee's Fly Fish Club, which is essentially a very fancy dinner party where you show up in person, and if you have the token in your wallet, you're allowed in to this restaurant, and it's a very cool dinner and all of that. The other place that you may have heard it being used is a community called Friends with Benefits. And this is a global group of people, cultural creators, who've come together in what we call a DAO, or a decentralized autonomous organization. And essentially, by having this token, they get to vote on how money will be spent in this community, what events might happen, products they might develop, and the like. It's basically a ticket in and kind of like a share of a stock in that you get to make a vote on it. But it's decentralized, so there is no company behind that quote unquote share of stock making the final decisions. The decisions are made by the community. Now, you might be wondering, well, can't I just use normal tickets for lots of these things? And yes, you probably could in some ways, but having a single sign-on, or SSO, is really a great convenient thing. And if you think back a few years, many of us were using our Facebook login as a single way to sign in to all kinds of different websites. The problem is that Facebook gathered all that data and they own all that data. And in the case of NFTs, when you sign in, you're not giving some company all of your data. And in fact, you may be able to stay anonymous. If I sign in with my token to a Discord server, for example, my Discord name is Steamboat. I could tell everyone, hey, this is Liz Wald, and often I do, but I don't have to. So it's a ticket, but it doesn't necessarily have to go with your identity. The other thing that's kind of cool about NFTs and token gating is that loyalty programs can actually be a bit better. You could share programs, for example, across a company. So maybe General Mills has a bunch of different tokens for different products, different kinds of cereal and other things that they make. And if you own one of these tokens, you can cross enter into other communities that are all owned by General Mills. So that sort of the interoperability barriers come down. The other thing that's great, which we've been talking about with NFTs from the get-go, is that you can sell, transfer, or gift your token to somebody else who may want to be in that community. In some cases, you can even loan it out. And so maybe you're in a community for a while and then you decide, hey, I'm going to sell my access to this community to somebody else. And all that time and energy you've put into participating doesn't just go away. You can monetize it. So these are a couple of different reasons why token gating is becoming more popular. And I think as NFTs become, a regular course of business, we're going to see more and more of this. And this single sign-on idea is really going to become more prevalent. So that's this week's Web3 Wednesday, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.